I gotta send him away to private school. I wonder what they're doing to my kid over there. Oops, he's got pink hair now. Boing!
Years ago, I would have been sweating if I even talked about it in public.
4chan discovered that a good chunk of these guys are offenders. Did you see this, Chris? Black family, statistically a rare thing. One reason why black people suffer. To take that and to turn it into a father-son incest. That stuff's evil. Taking a baby away from the woman that was carrying it in her wombs.
Of course it was a white boy made that film.
I think he's genuinely like, outside the system. He's gonna expose Hollywood pedophilia.
It's already exposed and it's already in the mainstream, so it's a joke.
You know why I'm happy? I woke up at 11 a.m. because I don't have kids.
People in my generation have been like beamed with the price of raising a kid has just increased to $1 million.
Shut up! Go f***! I'm sorry, it's not expensive. You see Harry Potter? Where'd he grow up? A closet? Big problem here, guys. Big decision to be made. What are we gonna do? Oh, we're doing boy, because girls suck.
A boy. We've got a son, Catherine.
Circumcise him quick.
Healthy baby boy.
Mutilate his genitals. He needs medicine. He needs vaccines. Quick, give him 30 shots. Please, doctor, please. Okay. We're just gonna cut him and drink his blood, and we're just gonna be normal.
Your thoughts on dog moms and fur parents?
One of the sadder facets of modern life is people thinking they can postpone the have a kid impulse by having a ugly dog stinking, wet, hair everywhere. That's my take on it. The having a kid thing is one of those impulses that you just can't. It doesn't matter how smart you are. You just can't. You're not going to get away from that. There's no like. And if you the smarter you are, and the more you try to argue with that and bend that impulse and deny it, the more you're going to be like a guy making like TikToks about how happy you are that you could wake up late and have a cup of tea. You know why I'm happy? Because today I woke up at 11 a.m. and I could just have a cappuccino and take it slow. Do you know why? Because I don't have kids. Okay, well, you also have a complete vacuum of a life, and you're filling the vacuum of your life with some whatever TV show. No. Shitting on Mr. Beast is so indicative of this mindset, this anti-natalist, anti-everything mindset. Like nothing normal is good.
There was a thing going around where people were saying that Mr. Beast was the Antichrist, and it pissed me off.
Just like you worry.
Enough of this guy. We already saw him. Wow. This guy.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. This guy, too. Oh, my God, man. Am I imagining it, or did somebody find sex offender? 4chan discovered that a good chunk of these guys are sex offenders, and Kitty did. Did you see this, Chris? Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Why would you be in the video? I guess they don't know how computers work. The number is 20 in a group of 80. They found these guys in the sex offender registry. Do you know the Afghanis? Afghanis like boys. Well, I mean, someone we know, and we've talked to soldiers and stuff.
We know some Afghanis.
But there's one guy who said he heard screaming from another room, and he walked in, and there was like a 14-year-old boy with a prolapse hole. The people that the U.S. collaborates with in Afghanistan, the Afghanis that are friendly to us, they keep little boys around in the room. I don't think there's one instance of a U.S. Marine doing anything to fix that. They'll tell their commanding officer, and their commanding officer will say, there's nothing we can do about it. And I'm sure Jocko Willink has seen something like this. How about this, though? I bet my life, if Jocko Willink was posed with a real scenario where, Jocko, if you say this, you're going to lose your supplement deal. There's not a chance in hell that Jocko Willink would risk his supplement business. If something like that for him was really at risk, he would fold. He would fold without hesitation. I rewatched The Passion of the Christ lately.
Really? Gibson, he's back at it, isn't he? Is he doing a
back.
sequel? The Mad Max?
You don't want to see
Passion?
I think there's something like that, yeah.
He's kind of like living Mad
Well, he's
Max.
got the sex trafficking documentary thing too, I think.
Now that's the thing that's strange.
What's it all about?
What's it all about? I'm gonna go open some eyes to all the horrors that are happening. Like, what's going on? Like, it just seems strange. Seems like a grift.
I think it's real. I think it's dangerous.
I agree that it's dangerous, but the guy's an actor. I just think it's an act.
I don't think he's an actor in the normal sense.
I don't think he's an actor.
I don't think he's an actor. I've never seen him. I think he was there in Mad Max. He was in the Thunderdome.
The faces he made in Mad Max 1, I've never seen anyone make.
I think he's the real deal.
It's just the same
I mean, who
thing.
knows what I know? I thought there were real human beings on the Titan submersible for a moment there, but now it's obvious there weren't.
Now it turns out that Titanic was never sunk.
Yeah.
I mean, what then?
Not one bit.
I feel like this. Oh, the Olympia,
CG.
they did the insurance scam. They sunk the sister ship. I'm like, oh, they scrapped the Titanic. I'm like, oh my God, what? The Federal Reserve. Oh man. When someone makes documentaries on hardcore topics, when they're straight up A-list celebrities, it always makes
But
me
he's a blacklisted A-list
wonder.
celebrity, though.
Was he blacklisted then?
He's been blacklisted since he did the Passion of the Christ, basically.
I mean, I guess it has been that way. Apocalypto was pretty good. I don't know if it got wide distribution.
It didn't, because
I don't think it did.
He did that himself. I think he's genuinely outside the system.
Well,
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I think a lot of guys, if they want kids, are going to have to adopt or get a surrogate. Man, that is...
Don't get a surrogate. That stuff's evil.
You're going to adopt as a single...
You're not going to adopt, you...
Just getting the 30%, man. That stat means they're sharing, though. Girls are sharing boyfriends.
Just means that Chad Thundercock is all the Stacys.
The surrogate
The surrogate
is
disgusting.
like... That's my hot button. That's
that
so...
stuff's evil.
Oh, my God.
Taking a baby away from the woman that was carrying it in her wombs. Shut up. Makes me hate them in a very precise and terrible way. That's the real definition of hate. You know the type. The type they talk about in the news. I would never make a film. This film, The Strange Thing About the Johnsons. It's about a black family, and the kid seduces his dad. If you know black people, you can imagine how pissed off that would make them. Taking something, the family, which everybody everywhere should strive to have a loving, intact, functional family, black people maybe most of all. To show a black family, which is is statistically a rare thing, and I think that's one reason why black people suffer. To take that and to turn it into a father-son graphic incest film, that's twisted. Like I would do a comedy sketch that like makes fun of Indians.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do a serious art project film that lives forever. The film lives forever. There's no comedy about this. I would never do something like that that destroys. That's true. That's truly spiritually dark, man. You show that to a black person, you tell them who made the movie, they go, "Of course it was a white boy made that film." That's the thing that's the bone I have to pick. Yeah. We'll talk more about the musician father. Okay.
I do appreciate Mel Gibson. I don't know what he's doing for a documentary. Everything he's going to say, I already know, so there's no point in me watching it.
I thought the impression I got was he's going to expose Hollywood pedophilia.
Well, I mean, it's already exposed and it's already in the mainstream, so it's a joke, in my opinion. I mean, I see the craziest stuff that years ago I would have been sweating if I even talked about in public, straight up on Twitter, rolled out like no restriction, and I know that it's all coming out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, him doing a documentary, it's like a joke to me, but I like Mel Gibson, though. I just want everyone to know that his documentary is a joke to me. That's all.
Someone just said the Rockefellers made having a kid economically impossible.
Who's economically impossible? Hey. Go take a look outside. You see any black people? What's it look like they're doing? I'm serious.
Yeah. Well, what's better, having...
You sound like a f***ing moron. It's economically impossible. Go outside. There's 50 black people with 5 kids each. Get to work. Stop thinking of imaginary excuse. If I go outside, Tony Stark with Iron Man suit's gonna come down and zap me with space lasers. Shut up! Go fuck!
I mean, what's better?
How am I gonna be able to afford lie at the food stamp office? Idiot!
Being a poor kid is fun, too.
How am I ever going to be able to afford an extra jar of peanut butter and a thing of milk a week? What do you have to put him in a Brooks Brothers suit and take him to private school? Yeah. I got to send him away to private school. I have to send him somewhere where I won't see him for 8 hours. I wonder what they're doing to my kid over there.
It sure is expensive.
A planned BDSM workshop on the campus of Rhodes College.
BDSM involves erotic activity between consenting adults.
Reverend Beatrix Will hosting a BDSM work.
What the hell is this? Now, what in the hell is this?
Is it a female priest?
She should be cleaning gums before the dentist comes in. Muslim meet and greet. Holy shit. Ah, yogic meditations, Friday meditations. Focus on your kundalini.
Oops, he's got pink hair now, and his name's Jennifer. Boing! It costs like $3 to have. What? How expensive is a kid actually? What do you?
It's expensive, but like.
No, it's not. I refuse to believe that. It costs a jar of peanut butter.
Yeah, just peanut butter, jelly, and water. Just give them bread and water.
I'm sorry, it's not expensive. It's the price of like a hamburger a day. I don't see what other expenses are other than school. But I'm sorry. I know what things cost.
Yeah.
I don't care. If you can't afford to like buy 3 eggs, an orange, a pair of little baby Air Jordans or whatever, if you can't afford that, you're a loser. If you're gonna complain about the price, clothing? Baby clothes are so expensive. It's a piece of cloth. It's made in China like every other piece of cloth. It costs 2 cents. That's how globalism works. If you're complaining, if that is the price that you're complaining about, you can complain about other prices, but if the price that you're complaining about is a pair of like whatever Baby Gap sweatpants, you're a loser.
People in my generation have been like beamed with articles of the price of raising a kid has just increased to $1 million.
Yeah. That's what it's. That's all. But that's all a psyop, though. That like the Atlantic, the New Yorker, all that.
Who's the people reading that article?
That's a psyop. This antinatalist cult, intellectuals. All you have to do is just shake that off. You don't have to listen to that. It's
The
nonsense.
same guy is now complaining.
Fake.
They raise future inmates. I want my kid to have a future, but the landlord takes half my income.
So make more income. What do you need? Another landlord? You can have a kid in a small amount of space. You don't have to have like a, it's not ideal. But what's the, you got an extra room, you got a closet. You see Harry Potter? Where'd he grow up? A closet? Start with that, then figure out how to have you could
put 3 bunk beds in a closet.
Then figure out how to afford a 2-bedroom.
Spark Z1420 with the 30. I became a father almost 3 years ago. My boy is the coolest guy I know. Being a father is the most fulfilling thing I have ever done in my life. If you decide to become a dad, don't be a deadbeat. Become the father you would want.
Hell yeah.